We live, y'all. I started a little early. I thought it said 9 o'clock. It says 9:05 on here. So we'll wait around and see if anybody comes in here. Got me and one other. Or one other. And let's see what I can do about. I forgot how to do this thing. Inviting. Okay. Just put it up here. Intro. I think that's what you do. Toss it. Now you can be live with me. Probably slow at first. I'm gonna wait a while to start what I was gonna talk about tonight. Some good news. Got some good news. Yeah. Anyway, I got some good news about 13A visa. And I'm gonna sit here and wait until we get a few more people in here before I start anything. Might have to sit here all night until somebody comes in. I don't know. What? Here comes Betty. Are you on there already?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got two. You, me, and you.
Yeah. You didn't turn on your monetization thing?
I don't know how. I forgot.
No.
How you do that? Don't worry about that thing up there. It ain't nothing gonna happen.
I can hear it.
It's just moisture.
Um,
Ain't gonna nothing happen. So we got a little spark in here on the light. And it's making noise and it's worrying Betty.
yeah.
I don't know if I can do anything about it tonight. It might even go out. So let's turn it out and see if they can still see me with this light here.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably not. Yeah, they can still see me. I don't know if they'll be able to see you, Darky.
Of course, I'm dark.
Anyway, who's here? It's just me and you, I guess. It says two, though. Anyway, guys, so we got some good news on the 13A visa and some new things that are going on the way they did it. You know, I think I did something. There we go. Let's see. Monetization, how I did that? Here, I guess.
I don't know if you can still do it.
Yes. Should be able to. Yeah.
Good evening, good morning. 2 million people.
Not that one. Live. Oh, I hear a echo somewhere. Your phone on?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's not showing it.
Oh, Michael Roberts is there. Good morning, good evening, Michael Roberts.
Don't show it.
Yeah.
Is it not?
How are you, Michael Roberts? Thank you for coming. Yeah, we were talking about now the 13A visa.
Oh, well. I guess we're not going to get monetized on this one. Don't show anywhere.
Mm-hmm. What about their edit?
Where?
On this one.
Edit. Edit what?
Doesn't show there. Public schedule.
Hello, Michael Roberts. How you doing? We're trying to fix this, but
Good morning.
Let's see if I can go here, guys.
Watch you all moment. Good to see you all. Yeah. How is
Look on your phone for it because I'm going to do something real quick.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Michael Roberts and Virgie.
Yeah, if you guys can still see us, are we still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, what we're going to talk about today is the 13A visa.
Yeah.
Just as soon as I do this little check here, see if I can fix something. I don't even know how to get there.
StreamYard on the phone.
Where?
Excuse me.
Not StreamYard. I need to go to this right here. YouTube. Oh.
Yeah, we don't have lights here.
Yeah, she got worried about a lot sparking over there, so
Yeah,
I don't know why, but she did, and so we're gonna go to
it happened.
here.
Yeah, it is not monetized, so we need to monetize it, guys.
Yeah, well, she's not gonna tell them what we're doing, please.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, here,
Doesn't.
go to content. See if it shows it. It does not.
Vibe.
Here we go. See if it shows it. Yes. There you go. Yeah, I don't want to just do this with nothing, right? And we're going to turn it on because we have nothing to hide.
Is he all looking
And
great?
Okay. We'll let it go for a minute. I'll go back to StreamYard as soon as it says okay.
Excuse me, guys.
Anyway.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
What?
No, you said we all be looking good. Great.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. You're not in the film there.
That's okay.
There you are. Okay, so what we've done is, I brought my book. So when we went to get our 13A visa, my 13A visa, I have to say, we had to go to the MBI and get a background check. And then, of course, since I've been here, I've been paying every 2 months for extensions for tourist visa. And we paid $2,000 the first month, and then the second one we went for 2 months, and it was $3,000, and then $4,000 on the second time because we had to get an ACR card. Then they charged me last month 1,200 more pesos for being here for 6 months, and that didn't make any sense, but I had to pay it anyway, guys. So just letting you know what I had to pay. There's probably about 5,000 pesos worth of paperwork in going to different places, the MBI and all this for copies of stuff. You know, you had to turn in every time you go down into the BI, Bureau of Immigration. But what they finally did. Good evening, Tim Deziak. How are you doing?
Good evening, Tim.
So let's start doing that. I'll
Thank you.
start showing these guys. And what they do. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm feeling good over here. But what you do now is there's no interviews, right?
Yeah.
So used to, you'd get 4 folders at some places and turn them in, and then Tim Deziak says hello to everybody.
Yeah.
And then after you turned them in, after you turned in those 4 folders, you had to come back for an interview.
Not 4, 2.
But there used to be 4, but now it's only 2. She's right. But it used to be on several videos that I watched. They had to turn in either 3 or 4 folders, and now you don't have to do that. They want 2 complete, 1 for them and 1 copy for Manila. I think the one guy said, and then you get all your paperwork together and turn it in. I can go over that in another video, but basically today what we're doing is the new stuff that they do. Well, since they've updated their website and everything, you go on the website after you turn in your, you keep checking, they said for 2 to 4 months. You go on the website and you check and see if your receipt number's there, and it'll tell you if you're approved or not. Now, we're not sure about that, but ours is there, and it was there today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what did it say it was? What did it say about it? I mean,
doesn't say there, but your ACR number, I mean your
Yeah.
receipt number is already there
Yeah, and
on
that's
the
what they
thing.
told us to look for was the receipt number being on the
Yeah.
page where that you're that it says you're probationary
Yeah, a year,
for
right?
1 year. Yeah, so
1 year.
it said that my probationary will be over on the 20th of October, 2023. So tomorrow we're going to head down to the Bureau of Immigration, and yeah, they're trying to cut down on paperwork. So you only got like 2 folders
Mhm.
instead of 4 or 3 or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's a whole lot easier, Tim. Hello, Brett. Brett Glassall, how are you?
Hello, Brett. Good
So
morning.
So yeah, you go look on the Bureau of Immigration's website, and it'll have your
Yeah.
receipt number, and you look up your receipt number, and it'll say whether you're denied or approved.
Yeah.
And there's a denied list. If it's on there, you're denied. If it's
Yeah.
on the other one, you're approved and you're on probation. So now I have to go to the Bureau of Immigration just to make sure that's right, because it's not been only 2 months. That's all it's been is 2 months.
Yeah.
It's
And there are
actually
some
about
also-
right at 2 months, isn't it?
And there are also some, that they permanent, denied, and
Yeah, there's a
probation.
permanent, probationary, and a
Yeah,
denied
there's
on
a
that website now.
Mhm.
So it's really cool. It's a whole lot. There's no in English City. I'm going to say this. It might be different in your city, but there's no interview in English City. You go up
Mhm.
and they do a biometrics on you, take a picture of you looking
Yeah.
this way and looking that way, straight at them, And then remember how he did it? And then
And he wants to show. I mean, he wants me to picture.
my hair.
Yeah.
Make sure we can see all my ears.
Yeah.
Whenever I turn my head sideways like that.
He wants to make sure that you are not Mike Tyson. Or
Yeah.
who was that?
Yeah, Mike Tyson with I'm not black.
I am black. You have a black lady on your back.
I know. Anyway, I love it. So yeah, it was something else. So we went down there and did that the week after we turned in, just 1 week after we turned in our paperwork, and they did the biometrics, and then they sent it to Manila, and then now it's showing. We've been watching it pretty close, and now it's showing. Today is the first day it started showing.
Yeah.
And we were excited, and so we're going to go down to Marquee Mall, the Bureau of Immigration tomorrow.
Are you excited?
I'm excited, and probably get my new HDR card, and I won't have to worry about immigration for a whole year.
Yeah.
So yay!
At least you don't have to pay every 2 months after,
Yeah, and it got pretty expensive.
It save a lot then.
Yeah, it got expensive. It gets expensive. It's getting more expensive to do a tourist visa. It's not going to be a lot more,
Mm-hmm.
but it's going to cost you. If you stay here more than 6 months, it's going to cost you $3,000 a month every other month, and then it's going to cost you $3,000 for your first ACR card, and then it's going to cost you $1,200 after 6 months.
Yeah.
And that's just because you're here for 6 months. They didn't actually explain that in detail. I'll get some more about that later on. But after 6 months, you got to pay another 1,200 pesos along with that. And plus, I paid a tourist visa up to. I wonder if I get some money back.
No.
I paid for a tourist visa up
You
through
wish, Daddy.
December the 21st. The 21st of December.
They will you will get your money back, huh? Money back guarantee.
Yeah, no, they don't say that on anything. And I was been looking for it. I was going to ask for some back, but hey, don't push your luck, buddy.
Congratulations. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll know that, and we're going to do
Yeah.
another live stream about it. I'm going to do a detailed live stream because it's completely different than whatever everybody's seeing on all the videos I watched. And I mean everybody's. It's not just, everybody has a different experience. And it might even be the same visit in the same place, and you'll still have a different experience.
Yeah.
I had no problems whatsoever with the Bureau of Immigration, like people say they do. They just want lots of money. But really, it's not that bad if
Say
you put
that.
if you put it to lots of other countries. It's not that expensive at all here.
Say that they will change their mind.
No. But listen, guys, here's what's cool is I think the process is speeding up now
Yeah.
because we were expecting maybe December, January to get approved. But here we are in the 1st of November and it's already approved. Yeah, I was just joking, Tim. Joke.
That's why I told you.
Yeah, they're not going to give me no money back. I know that. Maybe they may even ask for more now that I said something about it, and just have to pay it again. But no, they told us last time it's not going to cost us anything more than extending my tourist visa until it's approved.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, we've been watching pretty close, and today it said our number was there in the probationary period, and I have 1 year, which ends on the 20th of next October the 20th. So I'm ahead of schedule. To me, it's like 2 months, maybe even 3 months, really.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming ahead of schedule, and that means that they are getting to this. They're moving along faster now, and I noticed that even on time limits, that they usually send you away for a couple hours for your tourist visa, and you come back and then you get your extension.
Yeah.
Well, lately it's been like 30 minutes or an hour, and they already had it ready, and we didn't have to stay long at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day, though, when you're turning in this paperwork, guys, if you're going to get you a 13A visa, you're going to turn this paperwork in, just don't show up until like 1 o'clock or maybe 2.
Yeah.
Because on this part, there's a different part of the Bureau of Immigration agents, and they don't get there until 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock after lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, they prove they go over, they look it over. They don't interview anything, just look it over, and they say, okay, so what we're going to do is you come back in 1 week and look online again. We didn't. We had to look online and make sure our receipt was there again before, and then we come back and they fingerprint you and they take forward picture and this picture right here, where you're kind of looking like that, and then they get you this side too.
Yeah, left, look on the left, look on the right, something like that.
And then they take pictures of your, what do you call it? They took pictures of my tattoos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and so if distinguishing any kind of marks on your body, they want to know about, but it ain't no big deal. I mean, they just want to see the ones that you can see, outside. The other thing they did was after that, they told us, said, now for the next 2 to 4 months, look on our website for your receipt, and it'll tell you what's up with your visa. Yeah. And sure enough, there it was today. And we've been looking pretty close at it every other week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Or she has. I didn't. She looked for it because she had to receipt it. Anyway, so it looks good, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down there tomorrow and make sure they might have they should have my SCR card already, since it was the 20th when it was really approved. They just now updated the site and put it on there today. So, it might be 10 days after it's really approved. So it says that next year on the 20th of 2023, my probationary period will be over. Now, I had to do it all over then. I had to do the 2 folders. I had to go to Bureau of Investigation.
NBI.
The National Bureau of Investigation. Now, that's it. That's one you do have to wait for. It took right at a month. You go down there and you pay, what, 200 pesos, I think?
Yeah.
We paid 200 pesos. Mm-hmm. And we went and bought some pictures, which cost us. And then you got to, if you add in all the traveling and everything like that, you're looking at. Yeah,
traveling. Gas,
you're looking at 30,000 pesos easy, for your costs.
Food.
Yeah, I mean, you can't cook there, so. Anyway, yeah.
I hope we did break that.
I hope I didn't either, but I don't think so, or they wouldn't have approved it, right? I don't know. Maybe it broke and they just said
Yeah.
the heck with it and passed it on through there real quick.
Maybe it did.
Maybe nobody else gets get 13A because the camera's broken.
Well, maybe you didn't broke the camera because they accept you. They approve your visa.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe.
But if you broke it, they will deny it.
Yeah, I
It will
guess.
be denied.
Maybe.
Yeah. But it's really good news for Daddy.
Yeah. So yeah.
For us,
So
of
1
course.
year, and I'll be back in October next year. Now, I've got a couple dilemmas I'm going to find out, and I'll let you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
One, can I leave the country on my probation? I mean, I need to go home next summer, and my dad's 80th birthday.
Yeah, he will leave me here.
Yeah, she's mad about it too.
I'm not.
Anyway, I got to leave her here and go to
Yeah.
back to
Because
Tennessee, and
I don't have yet my visa.
her visa's next after mine. That's what we're going to do. I'll work on mine, then we work on hers.
Anyway, I will get my passport also.
She gets her passport on 11th, so that's another good thing. We should
Yeah,
should
so I
talk
can
about
fly.
that. I should put that in there. Yeah, so she can visit other countries. She'll get her passport. Her other passport's dead. I mean, it's expired.
Expired.
Yeah, so we're re-upping her passport,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, I'm going to file for her visa because we'll have her passport then and all the paperwork we need. We got all the paperwork we need now. It took some time. It took some doing,
Yeah.
and I did get here in April, so it took us all the way through the summer and doing this and that to finally get all the papers we need on both sides
Mm-hmm.
back from our marriage and everything like that. Marriage certificates and everything.
Yeah.
And with affidavits, we had to pay for affidavits. We had to pay for lawyers'
Yeah.
affidavits that they would fill out, and we had to pay for medical for me for some other things that
Yeah.
I had to be legal on my car and everything too.
Mm. It's a lot. Need patience.
Let's say,
Patience.
okay, bring Betty. No, I can't bring her until I get her visa, and that's gonna be like a year and a half, 2 years from when I file this thing I'm about to file here at first year.
We will find it out.
Yeah, you pay,
How long it will.
you put in a file on her visa for the states. It's $512. The UCIS, I think it's called, and they decide whether she's eligible or whatever, which same thing as I had to do on this 13A, but it costs a little more. And then,
Maybe you can put me in your luggage.
oh yeah, we could sneak her in my luggage if. And I'm not kidding. You could just about get away with it if you didn't have to go in that cold space.
Yeah, we love to see you also, Mike and Virgie.
Yeah. But whenever I do get her over there, we'll come to see you. And
Yeah, but whenever
it's going to be a couple of years before I can get Betty over there. Tell you the
when
truth.
they come here, we will see each other. We will go to falls.
Yeah. We'll go up to Pangasinan.
Yeah, Pangasinan.
Uh,
Sounds like that's it.
well, I don't know, man. The way I was told, and when I fill out the visa for Betty to be for her spousal visa, that she automatically gets a green card whenever we get there. So I don't know. Is that the same visa you guys got? I don't know. Haven't done it yet, but I've been reading a lot about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe a tourist visa.
Oh, she's on a tourist visa. Why haven't? Okay, so are you doing the spousal visa now, or you're just going to get her green card through a tourist visa? I don't know. That's some good questions I wanted to ask. Because I haven't started that process yet. This one was difficult enough, so I'm sure the U.S. one is double hard on us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tim DCX said getting Betty a visa to the States is expensive and a long process. So
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but once she gets there, she does get the green card on spousal visa, is what I've been told. I don't know, man. I've been reading a lot about it. For a spousal visa, it comes pretty quick. It's according to the embassy. I read in their files, but getting the spousal visa, that's going to take a while.
Mhm.
Uh, the tourist visa is harder to get the green card. So, I'm sure Mike and Virgie's having a rough one with that. That's why she can't get hers right away.
Yeah. It's
And I
really,
don't know anything about the tourist visa. All I've been reading about is the spousal visa.
it's hard to. I mean, I just noticed that it's hard for a Filipino wife or to get a visa or green card. It's hard there. I mean, it took what's that? Takes a while.
Yeah, you
But
still got to do interviews there.
Yeah,
or
but
here at the
here,
embassy.
but here you got your 13A visa. Quick. It's easiest like that, right?
They got the K1 though.
It doesn't. I mean, it's really different here from there. There from here.
Yeah, I mean, all the green card's going to do is get you to paying taxes and Social Security and get a job.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, even a tourist visa. I'm not just saying a green card or whatever. I'm just saying a tourist visa, spousal visa.
yeah, it's going to
It's
take
hard.
it's going to take longer than it took me to
Yeah.
get this because in 1 year from the 20th of this month, I'll have mine. Probably not going to be able to take Betty home with me the first time,
Mhm.
but I think the year after that we'll be able to come home for a little while if she wants
Yeah.
to. See how things work out. I'm enjoying it myself here. I don't have to go home, but I do
Yeah.
have to go home for my father's 80th birthday, and I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And
So I'm gonna miss you then.
yeah. So I guess if y'all are in country, Mike and Virgie, y'all can come and take care of Betty or stay at my house while you're here, so that she'll have somebody here.
Mhm.
She'll probably go home to her mom if nobody is.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's how that'll go. I'll just have the place. I'm not staying a long time. I'm going to go for that month and the next month to get. I'll just go ahead and get some things done. Some VA things I got to do. Some other things that it's easier to do in the States.
Mhm.
I can also go to a few doctors and get some medicines that are kind of expensive, really.
Yeah.
They're free for me back home, so it won't cost me
Yeah.
anything.
So we'll get a lot.
Well, I get 90 days like I did before, and when I come here, I had
only
90 days. That's all
90
anybody
days.
can give you. Anybody
1 year.
in there. Nah, they won't give you but 90 days at a time.
90 days only.
Yeah, but I can get a bunch of other stuff that's non. I mean, I can get a lot of stuff through the VA. I can just go down there and get stuff, which it won't be no big deal. I have to go to Chattanooga. My dad and mom live in Knoxville.
Yeah.
By then, I plan on having my cabin sold, but I don't know if I will. I might have to go back there too. We just had let's see how many people gotten in the
4 million.
Well, for anybody that wasn't here, my visa
Visa.
is approved on the Bureau of Immigration website
Yeah.
for 13A probationary. And that way, if you weren't here, let me see what we got going on here. We got approved K1 visa. 485 and had biometric is now being waived from almost a year. When we get the green card, we will know what to do. That's so weird, man. So I guess all that stuff they say online is false. Because what they say here is that we apply here. I go ahead and petition here, and then that goes through, and she goes for interviews here at the consulate, and then after she gets approved for the K1, they say that you receive your green card when you get to states. So I guess it's not true. Guess that's not true. But like I say, now I hadn't been able to make it down there yet, Tim, but I need to. It's really at my 6 months. Well, it's a little over my. Is it a little over my 6 months?
Yeah.
It's a little over my 6 months mark. I got here in April, and I need to get down there and register with them so that I don't have to start everything over when I get home. And do that, but I just haven't been able to make it down there yet. I haven't had so much of this other stuff going on. Let's see. Yeah, so that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the Manila website isn't updated yet, but since it's updated on the what is it, English?
Yeah.
English City is updated on the visa now.
Yeah, the immigration.
I can go down to the VA and just give them all my info, and they're going to update it from 6 months ago when I was at the VA, right before I came here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little low. It's 7 months now, but maybe they'll waive it. You never know.
Yeah.
I've had that happen before too. I've been a little bit over, and they'll, okay, just keep your same doctor on. But here it's just a outpatient thing up there. I don't guess they'll help me with much of nothing, but I'm gonna go ahead and stay registered with them so that when I do need to go in every 6 months or so, they'll at least have me on the books like they always do. They usually drop you, if you're over like 6 or 9 months, something like that.
Oh, really?
They drop you. Then you have to no big deal. But you got to go through paperwork again and redo things. And I don't have to do that. So I need to get down there this month.
Yeah.
I really do. And I could drive there. I know where it is, to tell you the truth. After that trip to Makati, it's right down there.
Yeah.
So we can just go to that. I'm probably going to do that next week, Tim, because it's probably. Yeah, I heard that too. And then I talked to another guy, and he said he walked in last month. So then after he got here, is that something on fire?
No.
Somebody burning trash?
You smell it?
Yeah. I smell something on fire.
Maybe outside there.
The
house is not burning yet.
Yeah, that ain't burning, so it's okay. I got a burn barrel out there now, guys. We burn all our paper now.
I didn't burn today, but I did yesterday.
I smell somebody burning somewhere. Anyway, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Or you got to walk out to the main road and put your trash all the way out there on the highway.
Yeah, soon. Need to.
Yeah, we got a little backup right now because we started burning all the.
Still have
paper.
A lot. Three bags or 3 sacks.
Yeah. Anyway, so the deal was that they do not. All these immigration places are different, and wherever you go, and they say all kinds of things on these different people that try to say they know about immigration, but immigration is changing right before our eyes right now here. So it's going to either be more expensive and a little bit easier to do, or a lot more expensive and still hard. At least we know we'll be in the same boat when we get on that side. Visa-wise, the Philippines government, I will go in afternoon and bring 40,000 pesos for good info. No, listen, what you got to do, y'all are married already, Mike. When you get here, you get the block buy-in. When you get here, you get the block buy-in, yeah. And let's see what Tim said. Yeah, they wouldn't take walk-ins. They may not now. I might have to call them again. I'm going to call them again anyway. But what you got to do, Michael, is when you and Virgie come here, you got a whole year. You get a whole free year because all you got to do is apply for the block buy-in visa because you'll be traveling with your spouse. That's the only way you can do it. You have to be traveling with your spouse. She has to be a citizen of the Philippines and show your marriage certificate, and they're going to stamp you 1 year for free. So, no, Mike, you don't have to have a 13A right away. You can you can go ahead and get that block buy-in free year.
Yeah.
And hey, if y'all want to take a trip right before your year's up and go to Thailand or Malaysia or Hong Kong or anywhere, and then take a weekend, whatever you want to do, and from Clark, say take a weekend to Singapore. No, don't go to Singapore, but you could go to Singapore, but I don't know if you would like to. But anyway, Thailand or Malaysia or somewhere, and then come back a few days later and you get another year block buy-in because you travel with your spouse again. You can do that forever. Free. No visa free. So as long as you leave with right before the end of the year every year and then come back with your wife, you get a block buy-in visa free 1 year. Forever. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
So it's not easy there.
No, the VA is never easy. It's always, but you got to stay diligent on them real. Or they just let you slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you, if I would have, if I'd have thought about it, we could just get her visa and go to Thailand and come back and have a year free. But after I get
Do they need a visa there in Thailand? Do they need a visa?
So visa free for Filipinos and for.
So I can go there.
They give you a stamp just like over here, but you got to pay money for it over there for Americans. Let's say take that trip. Yeah, man, you just since you're married and y'all ready, you got proof.
Yeah.
You just come here with your wife and get your block buy-in 1 year free stamp on your passport. Then take a weekend in Bangkok and buy some suits or something. I don't know. Buy some clothes or some foods or just relax for a day. And then anyway, come back 24 hours or 48 hours later, whatever you want to do. Get you another stamp for a year. You can do that for as long as you want to, and you don't have to worry about these visas. I hadn't planned on doing that when I came over. I was going to go ahead and get my 13A or my retirement visa, one or the other. And I just finally decided, and after I get my residence, after I pay this, I got to pay this one more time. So you got to do a year probation. So I'm on probation according to the website as of right now, today. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go get my new ACR card down there, which it should be there. If it's not, we'll find out. I'll let you guys know for sure. Hey, I did a short video today, guys. It's just me riding around here on my motorcycle, and it's already got 2.3 thousand views on it. I think it was because the name of my short was riding. That's all it said, was riding. So I don't know. I just got lucky on the algorithm on that, I guess.
Yeah. You're happy.
I was happy about that because it tossed my hour. I got sick, guys, last week, and I didn't do a lot of videos, and I still, I'm getting back into it. But I didn't do a lot of videos because I was unwell. I wasn't sleeping or anything. I really was in a lot of pain. I had a lot of, I don't know what it was going on. And I went to the doctor, and she fixed me right up with some medicine and stuff, and that worked out pretty good too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the whole deal in this thing is that they are changing the way that they do your visas now. It's a whole lot quicker to get things done. I noticed, like I said, I noticed that even they send you away for a couple hours so they can go over your paperwork and make sure everything's right before they give you your receipt down there. Now, only thing about the Bureau of Immigration in English is they won't stamp your passport. They only give you receipts for your tourist visa. Now, I'm not sure about my 13A visa tomorrow. I don't know that they won't stamp it. They may just give me a receipt again. Well, they already have given me a receipt. I already have a receipt for this visa. I mean, for this one, but I also have a receipt for my extension. All the way up to December 21st, but
Yeah.
that'll be null and void tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I have to give my SDR card. That's another thing I'll let you know. I'll write it all down and we'll do a little video, or I might do another live about it come tomorrow night and let everybody know what's going on that 13A visa. So far, I'm going to run through it one more time before we call this quits, because I don't want to see many people interested in it, really.
You have 6 million views.
I have 6 million. 6 million
Viewers.
people.
Yeah, 6
So
million
anyway,
people.
this is how it goes.
And don't forget the thumbs.
You get all this paperwork together, your marriage certificates, everything about you, birth certificates, affidavits, everything, and you make a folder, just like they say on all these videos. And that's just fine. You don't make 4 folders in English. You make 2 folders, one for the records and the extra one for vanilla. And then, everybody said, then you got to go to an interview and talk to a person for, they interview you and make sure that you're married and all that. No, you don't got to do that. Not in English.
Mm-hmm.
In English, you go there and they do my biometrics. After you've gotten your bureau or your MBI clearance, and they get that, you make a copy for the other folder. After you get your clearance, you go there, turn in your folder, and then you wait a week or so and you go back and give them the biometrics, your fingerprints, your pictures, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's no interviews anymore, so just forget about that at English Cities. If you're a 13A or going for any kind of marriage visa,
Mm-hmm.
or any kind of long-term visa, there's no interview anymore. Just so your paperwork's right and you filled out all the forms and you've written your letter to the bureau's what is it called?
NBI?
No, the bureau, the Bureau of Immigration. The guy that runs the place. You got to write a letter. Anyway, you got to write a joint letter.
Joint letter request.
To the request to the director. That's what it is.
And then you need to go to the lawyer to stamp it or
Yeah, you have to
notarize.
evidate that. That's another thing that we did not discuss yet. But yeah, you have to do that, and that's always been there. And then fill out that form, and then all the paperwork for your marriage and everything else. Your birth certificates and everything. And then she put, she's the petitioner and I'm the petitionee. So we do all that, and then they take pictures. But they don't interview you anymore. It's over with the interviews.
Yeah.
And they're leaning, they also said to us that they're leaning more towards online registrations and stuff like that. So I'm looking that the Bureau of Immigration is going to get a lot better during this term of the new president, because he's wanting to change it to streamline it so they can get more tourism into the Philippines. So it's going to be a whole lot. Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot easier to do all these things, I believe. Hey, Big Kevin, how are you doing?
Good morning, Big Kevin.
And so it's a lot easier now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more. I don't even know why I do this, but it's a lot more easier now for people to get their visa done. So how long was it? It was in September we applied.
Yeah.
Then the first.
It was like September 9th of September.
Yeah, and then
we went there.
We went back and did the biometrics a week later.
Yeah.
So that was like right around the 20th,
Mm-hmm.
close to it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then they sent off. So October the 20th is what it says on their tentative date for 2023 is when it's going to all be over. How you doing, Big Kevin?
Yeah. Good morning.
And who we got here? Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Tim Desiak.
Yeah.
Big
And
Kevin,
also
hello.
a lot of things that they lifted now, I mean, about the travel also. Anyway, I'm just saying,
About the one. Oh, yeah. So, everybody knows about that. But, yeah, so everything's getting easier for people to travel here. And, we was talking about that. I heard the antics say that they had predicted, I had predicted it too, that they should be, you can ask But I said, yeah,
Yeah.
they'll be dropping these masks pretty soon
Mhm.
because everybody else has, all over the world.
Yeah.
It's not required for anybody to wear the
Yeah, but I guess in the school it's
mask.
still required wearing a mask.
Well,
Yeah,
that's going to go away too.
maybe. Huh?
It has to.
Mm,
Some of these kids get asthma, and they can't breathe, and when they're
Yeah.
young like that.
hmm
Whenever they have the first kid drop out and die up there, they're going to say, "Well, we need to get rid of these masks."
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just that I think the health risk for a lot of people is more wearing it because they can't breathe
Yeah.
than it is for them to not. So that's one of my arguments against it too.
hmm
Plus, you got to have some kind of immunity or something. It's just like it's going to turn into a common cold eventually.
Yeah, and also about the travel documents.
Yeah.
They live
So they lift a lot of those too. I've seen that on the antics over there. I like them doing that because I don't like messing with it too much. But what it is you can come here now unvaccinated, just as long as you take a PCR test or an antigen test before you come over here,
Yeah.
and it's negative. Or when you get here, they'll give you one, and if it's negative. But if
What if it's positive?
then they
Go
quarantine
quarantine.
immediately. Yeah, so
hmm
then they have to quarantine a lot of people too. I guess.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as it used to be. It's not killing many people anymore.
Yeah.
Now there might come a new variant one day that does, but I
Mhm.
don't see it.
Maybe not. They are ready
Usually
for that.
they get weaker as they go.
I think people are ready on that. There's a new virus.
Now when I came over here, I had to get all kind of hoops. I had to. Well, it's just right when they opened it back up here.
Yeah.
So I had to get a booster shot, 2 shots in a booster shot. I had to get an antigen test the day or 24 hours before I left
Yeah.
Atlanta, and it cost like $100 and something.
Yeah, you said 200.
Something like $250 freaking dollars. Yeah, it was high. And then I had to have the One Health Pass,
Yeah.
an onward ticket
Insurance.
within 30 days, insurance, yeah, all that stuff. It was expensive to come here whenever I came here in April.
Oh, it's expensive.
Mhm.
Yeah, just to see me.
Yeah, just see her. Yeah, why did I do that? No, I'm just kidding.
Mm.
But yeah, and then so anyway, guys, I'm happy to say that
Yeah.
the process for getting your visas now is not as complicated as it used to be.
Mm.
It's not as rigid as it used to be. And still, they're still getting enough information so that they know if you're a good person or not. Yeah, One Health Pass is gone,
I'll just be.
and so is the requirement for vaccination. It's gone. I mean, you still have to jump through a few hoops if you don't, but it's gone. They have the e-arrival card. Yeah. Well, they always had that though. They always had the e-arrival card, or the arrival card. Now it's just e-arrival card, and instead of having you fill out that piece of paper on the plane, now I had to fill out that when I was coming and do the One Health Pass. Well, now they've got rid of the One Health Pass thing. It has some of the same questions, but instead it's an e-arrival card, which means you filled it out when you got here or before you left, instead of standing in some table sweating to death when you do get here. Let's see. My wife showed up in Atlanta out of Manila and all masked up, so many bags I couldn't see her. It's funny. I told her to take that mask off. Yeah, but it was mandatory. Now I'm gonna tell you, on Qatar, I flew Qatar. I didn't wear my mask 75% of the time I was on there, but every once in a while somebody would come by and tell you to put your mask on. But it just depends on who you fly and who's on the plane, really. If people complain, oh, I don't like him having his mask on or something like that, and then they'll, it'll get you a mask on real quick. But I'm going to say the mask will stay in some airlines on the way here or at the airport or somewhere, For a little while, it's going to take some time to phase it out. A lot of people I see are still wearing masks. Most people's not, though. They've dropped it. You can see one. The mall, I don't know. I'll know tomorrow when I go to Marquee Mall if I can walk in the door with the mask or not. But I heard you couldn't walk in the door. Once you got in, everybody took them off. So I don't know. Find out. It's not mandatory as far as the federal government here goes. You don't have to wear a mask, they say. But then they also say, you should go with the rules of what the businesses want. So if you don't want to shop there, I guess, they want you to wear a mask, and if you want to shop there, I guess you'll have to put a mask on. Not worrying about it. I just, myself, I know Georgia, they don't wear a mask. They haven't worn one mask in 2 years, after the first 3 or 4 months. Well, I don't even think some of the people up in the mountains even cared about it, didn't listen. They say it's mandatory, but, I don't remember anybody telling me, hey, put a mask on or something like that whenever I was in the midst of all that. Of course, I didn't go to town a lot, and I lived up in the mountains, so that makes it different. Anyways, guys, let's see how many people. We got 5 people still here. First live stream I've had in a long time. I think I'm going to start doing a live stream at least once a week just to get everybody used to it. And I'm going to start visiting a lot more live streams too. There must be some live streams going on right now. Let me look here. Because I don't see none of my other fans here. Yeah. Got nothing. Hey, yeah, but guys, I did some shorts, and one of my shorts took off in 24 hours. It's 2.3K. I've never had that many people watching any of my videos. 2.3K, that's more than anything in just 15 seconds. And then I've got another one of me right. So it seems like they're riding my motorcycles is really good for shorts. So I'm going to start busting up my motorcycle videos in shorts to where that I ride to and making some of those. It helps me out with watch hours and time, it seems. Of course, you don't get paid for those little bit of shorts. You just it gives me some. Actually, I seen my subscription thing grow a little bit because of it. So let me see here what's going on, and go from there. Let's see. Yeah, there's a couple people that's got lives going on. Not really too many, though. I don't know. Maybe everybody's busy. It ain't no big deal to me. I get this hour in, and we'll shut her down. And I think I've covered any questions. You got any questions for me? I know a little bit about it. I'm pretty well versed because I've been going up there. If you guys got any questions, you can ask me. If anybody wants to come up and talk to me about it, come on up. I put the link there somewhere. I can throw it up. If somebody wants to come up, y'all just come on up here and we'll chit chat for a few minutes. Anyway, I don't have anything going on tonight. I'm not gonna put up another video. I'll put up some shorts. Y'all get a chance, check out my shorts. They're just me riding around places around here. And All Saints Day was the other day. I did one of that. It was Betty's mother, our grandmother and grandfathers and aunts and uncles that have passed the grave we went to. I was amazed at it, but I'd never been to anything like that. So I was just kind of quiet.
You were amazed?
Yeah, let me see here. Let's see if I can get you guys. If y'all want to come up, y'all come on. Darling, it's okay. I'm not going to stay on real long much. So I already been here an hour almost.
Almost an hour.
So we're going to stay for the whole hour anyway. Maybe we'll get some more people in here by 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay till 5 after 10 maybe. I think that's
Yeah.
when it's supposed to stop. 5 after 9. Start at 5 after 9 to 5 after 10. And now that it's monetized, though, everybody has to watch a commercial before they come in. So that's kind of craziness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 55 minutes right now. Anyway, guys, so come on up if you want to talk about it. I don't care. Ask me some questions. You know, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many thumbs up I got, but probably ain't none because y'all are too lazy. Just kidding. The Vols are going to be Big Orange. Going to beat Georgia. It's their year. It's been too long, and let's see if you add it up. 1998 was the last national championship for the Volunteers. They went undefeated the whole year and won the Cotton Bowl. And what's the Cotton Bowl? Shoot, I forget. I think it's Cotton Bowl. Anyway, they're undefeated, and let's see, Cotton Bowl. Yeah, and I believe that they will beat Georgia. And now I'm a Georgia fan too, but I don't care much for Herschel Walker because he was a switch hitter. I'm just joking, but yeah, I don't think Georgia has enough for Tennessee. I think they're overrated in the SEC a little bit, and I think that the Big Orange will prevail. They really stomped Kentucky's butt into the ground. I mean, it was pathetic. So they're looking better every day. They still got the Gamecocks right before Georgia. Isn't it Gamecocks first? They got South Carolina. If they pounce on South Carolina like they did Kentucky, then I don't see Georgia's having much of a chance against them. Now, I had to say Florida was a tight game and Alabama was a tight game, but we knew that would be that way. They still come out on top, and I believe that they're going to play that ferocious or more against Georgia and then go play Ohio for the national championship. Therefore, we will be it'll be the Big Orange Volunteers, Smoky, and the national championship, I believe, national champions this year. Hello, Brett Glassow. Brett Glassow. Come on up. Talk to me. Anyway, that's my prediction. Of course, I am a Big Orange fan, so you got to look at it that way. They're undefeated, and so is Georgia. I think we're number 2 in the API, right? No, it should be out today. I think we're number 2 in the API, so you guys let me know. I'm not been able to keep up with the polls. Yeah, I think it'll be a good game against Georgia, but I really do believe that Tennessee has the ability to put them out of it and walk on up to play for the national championship against Ohio. Now, that's my prediction, and I'm sticking to it. Ha! What was that? Oh, there's Brett. It's Brett.
Yeah, Brettista.
Yeah.
Hello.
Brett. Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
Oh, he went away.
I don't know.
There you are.
You have the mode on where you have to have a camera on all the time.
I gotta have a what?
Because you
How do you
have
do
the mode on. Like, if I turn my camera off, I drop off because you have it where you have to have your camera on.
Let me preset something then. What is that?
I have no idea how to do it.
Is it extra camera? Says extra camera on here. Let me see if there's an
Trying to see if I
extra.
can-
Oh, that's an
Yeah, because
upgrade.
if I go and shut my camera off, it kicks me off the panel.
I guess I'll go into settings and see where that is then and hook you up if you want to hook that off your camera. Camera, front camera,
Should be in your
resolution.
settings.
In my settings.
Yeah, because I can't see it. I can see like my camera. If I
Shift
can
video.
see audio, virtual backgrounds, hotkeys, in mine. That's it. And I can see mirror camera, and that's it. And then
Okay.
camera resolution and camera, and then what camera I'm using.
Okay. So on camera, just change that.
I think
Devices.
so,
Share.
because you're only allowing, I guess, anybody that comes up, they have to have their camera on.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can see him just fine, but he wants to put his little picture on there instead of his face.
Yeah,
Let me
because
see if I-
I'd
I'd like to fix that, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
not just me. Not everybody wants their face on camera.
Right. Let me find that. I'm sure it's not that hard to find here. Hotkeys, I
No.
see hotkeys. See general. Audio avatars, no.
It should be in like camera settings or how you allow your camera to. I can see if I can go on mine because I've already got a stream scheduled that I scheduled out yesterday. I'm gonna see if I can go on my
Mirror
stream
my camera.
yard and see if I can find it because I can go into my studio, but I'm not going to start the stream yet, of course, because
Oh yeah, yes. There you go. Wait a minute. I'm about to do this.
let me see if I can do it. Figure it out. Settings, virtual audio camera, general. I don't know if you share video. Let me see here. It's in camera. No, that's my camera. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, this is great. I need to do this anyway, so this helps me. Open.
How do you figure it out? Guests. How do you? Let me see here. Layout. Crop solo layout. I'm looking at all of it.
Yeah, I'm not.
And
Take
my
care.
own.
See ya.
Okay, yeah, Tim. Take care.
How do you
Thank
do
you.
it? What I want to know is how you do it.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Video
Maybe I
stream.
should do this. Does that work? No. It just
Oh,
changed. I
cool.
don't like messing with that though. What is
I'm trying to
that?
figure it out in mine too. 'Cause I
Okay.
don't remember how to do it. There's like a way to do it. And
Whole camera there.
Oh, this solo layout.
Oh, so
no,
another one. Oh,
Oh yeah, I could put you up there by yourself.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Here,
And then I would be the only one on the stream until you shut that. Take the check mark off.
Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. But let me see. Edit mic settings.
See if it's on the
It's got two guys, so it helps me.
yeah.
create banner. I'm looking at all these.
Yeah.
That ain't
so-
it. That adds music. 'Cause you can add like generic music to your stream in the background.
yeah.
It'd be cool if they would not if they wouldn't copyright claim you, because then I would play like low music sometimes.
Yeah, they do that every time. Is try to copyright me on everything. I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to do that. I guess it's got to be in settings though.
Yeah. Trying to see if I can
It'd have to be in camera, I think, but I don't see
stop the
anything.
camera. Let me see something.
Um,
Go back into your StreamYard and do it. See if I can do it on my camera. Edit, remove from stream, stop my cam. Edit audio avatar, edit name. No. I don't think having issues, you can talk to someone right live somehow, like right here. We can talk to someone live and figure out how to do it.
You mean yours don't do this?
Yeah, mine does it, but no, not when I first come up, because it allows the people to like turn their camera off. Because what it is, I tell people to turn their camera on when they're backstage.
Yeah.
So that's why I know it's them, because anybody can use anybody's profile picture and name and come back in your StreamYard if you have the StreamYard link posted in the chat. So my thing is I tell people, turn your camera on, so to make sure it's them. All I got to turn it on for like a couple seconds just so I can see their face, and then someone I know really well, I'll know after 1 second if they just click their camera on and then turn it right off. Like I can generally tell, but I'm trying to figure it out because you can actually chat with them. I could chat with them right now. Message them. how to allow people to be, I don't know, able. I'm trying to how to allow guests. I'm trying to think how to allow
Avatar. Just show their avatar.
guests
Just show their avatar.
to be able to only have avatar, only have AVA avatar
Yeah.
on panel. See if that is the right way to do it, and then Q started on position 1, so we'll find out.
I stop my cam right now.
Yeah, see, it says BT Betty Philbin's in the stream with audio only.
So I left too, right?
Yeah, I'm chatting with some guy right now. Yeah.
Now, if I do this, let me see what happened. Yeah, I'll leave again. So there's something I'm not. Let's see if I can do it now. Nope. If I push.
Oh, there we go. He says to use the audio avatar feature, go to your settings, general, and uncheck or check audio avatars. You got to uncheck it or check it, and then
Okay,
it'll
go
let
to
you
settings.
go to settings. Go to general
General.
on yours.
Shift video audio avatars.
There it is. Yeah.
So do that.
And then click on the audio avatars,
Okay. And then
and then it
Let's see
should
what
allow me to turn my camera off. Let me see. Yeah,
there's
I'm
mine.
good.
Okay.
There we go. Now that's
Hey,
what you do, because you can, if you're right where it says having issues, you can where it says having issues by the Leaf Studio, says having issues with a question mark and the underline. You can just click on that and live chat with somebody all the time.
Who is this?
That's what
The
I
real
just did. And
Terry?
I typed in how to allow people to our guests to be able to only have avatar on panel, and he says, "Hi, this is Conrad." I say hi back, and then he goes, and he just told me how to do it right after that.
Yeah.
So,
Are you
you
about
can
to do a
get
live
yourself
stream
solved
there?
in like 5 minutes or less.
Okay, so we got that figured out anyway. But are you going to do a live stream tonight? Is that, or you
No,
just
I'm
got one?
doing one Sunday at like 9:50 in the morning because the Raiders play at 10 a.m.
Okay.
So it's really early for you. It's gonna be like 1:50 in the morning for you when they start it.
I'd like to see the Tennessee game, but I don't have any way to do it. I think Scoot will do a private, thing, and he's going to invite me to it.
Yeah.
The real Terry.
No,
real
that's a fake. That's a troll.
Is it a troll?
Yeah, it's a troll of a Cobra 456. It's another channel he made because he keeps getting the other two blocked all the time.
It's
I'm
me.
not gonna block it. I'm not a mod, so I can't block it. You have to block it.
I had to block
Yeah.
it. You think that's a troll?
Yeah, and I know it's a troll.
Okay.
Because he had another one called The Real Terry that got blocked. Then he made one like yesterday, the day before that got blocked. And then he had another one that got this one.
He didn't explain
There we go.
himself quick enough for me, So
Yeah,
he's
bye. Damn.
it don't bother me to block somebody at all.
No, it doesn't bother me either. I like some people if there's an account I never seen before and they come in and start saying like mean stuff or like weird stuff, I just block them right away and move on.
I hear you.
Because but speaking of stuff, I can't even think now because you were talking about football earlier. Tennessee went up a bunch of spots when they beat Alabama a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I got to watch that with Scoot. I was hoping to get to watch the Georgia game. Well, it isn't tomorrow anyway. It's the weekend after this, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Saturday, or they don't have a bye, do they?
I think they play South Carolina this week, but I might be wrong.
Let me see here. Yeah, they play. No, they do have a bye. I think.
Yeah.
They don't play till November 12th.
Okay.
And then they have Tennessee at South Carolina, and then
Yeah.
Tennessee at
Gamecocks.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Vanderbilt always gives Tennessee a hard time because they're in the same state,
Yeah. So,
Nashville.
Vanderbilt should play their best, maybe.
Yeah,
Should.
they'll,
I don't know if
they'll
that
play,
ever
they'll
goes
play
anything.
their best, but I don't think they have anything for Tennessee this year.
No. But
and,
I think
and the Gamecocks probably don't either, but you never know how they're going to play them. But
Mhm.
Georgia will be a close game.
yeah.
I
'Cause
have
my college team's ranked
I have
4th.
confidence in Tennessee because they finally got a coach, and it's been a while since they've had one.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, the last time they were really good was when they had T. Martin at quarterback, Tennessee.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
like the quarterback right after Peyton Manning.
yeah. Manning didn't ever get a
Yeah,
championship for
like
Tennessee,
couple,
which
2
he
years.
should have, but he just didn't have enough until right after. After he went
Yeah.
to the Colts, he should have stayed for his senior year. Is what he should have.
hmm
And they would have red flagged him right on there, but he wanted to be a
Yeah.
professional football player.
If you look
And
at the
it took some meat out of him too.
I'm gonna look at the top 25. I'm just gonna go college football top 25 and see where it is because
It should be out today, shouldn't it?
I think it will. When is the because they have the AP out
Should be
after the
today.
first week of the season, and then the actual college football what they call it playoff ranking. Here's the playoff ranking. It's out. So the playoff ranking, college football playoff, I guess is the ranking is where it is
Yeah.
right now. It's Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Michigan, Alabama, TCU, Oregon, and then it goes down as like South Carolina is in 9, or no, Southern California is 9, and then LSU, then Ole Miss because Ole Miss lost one, they fell down a little bit.
Yeah, I tell you, Ole Miss was looking good there for a little bit. I thought they were going to beat
Yeah,
Alabama.
they'll fade at the end of the season when their schedule gets tougher. Like that's what I was thinking.
But we'll
They're
see.
playing like
Georgia, I'll tell you, if Tennessee can beat Georgia, it'll be Tennessee in the national championship. I don't think they're going to lose to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I really
The
don't.
one's going to be the big one is, I think it's going to come down to Michigan and Ohio State
Yeah.
because whoever wins that game, I think, has a good shot of. Well, they're going to be one of the 4 teams to get in,
Yeah, they're one of those two are going to play Tennessee probably.
and then it's going to be Tennessee, Clemson, or it's going to be Tennessee, Georgia, I think Tennessee, Georgia, Clemson, or Alabama is going to be fighting for the last spot.
Yeah, Alabama can still,
Get
have to
in.
play that again.
If they
But,
beat Georgia or Clemson or
I believe it's going to be Tennessee against Ole Miss in championship for the SEC.
yeah, SEC, but in the playoffs, I think it's probably going to be Ohio State, Georgia,
I believe it'll be Tennessee.
maybe.
I don't think Georgia's going to beat Tennessee.
Well, no. I'm hoping it's Michigan though, but Michigan beat because that's the team I like is Michigan for some reason. I started following them one time, like way back in the day when I was like 11, and then that's what I stuck with. But Michigan, it all hinges down to I can tell you right now with Ohio State, when they play Ohio State, Michigan's gonna have to run the ball really good like they did last year. Because if they run the ball really good, they win. If they don't run the ball good, they lose.
Well,
Because their quarterback is pretty good. Both their quarterbacks
that's
are
not
good.
going to do
They're not
really.
good enough to win the game.
That's the
by
only
themselves.
thing. It's not going to do any good against Tennessee running
Yeah.
the ball. You can't score enough points.
Mhm.
Tennessee's going to score 50 points. So, you got to have.
Not on Georgia. I don't think they will.
Oh, I believe they will.
You think
I
so?
believe they'll score more than 50 points on Georgia and win, and then they're going to score more than 50 points on whoever they play for the championship. Better not run the ball all the time because they're not going to be able to score enough points against Tennessee.
Mhm. And then here's a sleeper of the whole thing. Oregon.
Oregon, yeah.
Oregon's been playing good since they sucked against Georgia. They've been playing really darn good. They've been putting up
And
like
Oregon
45 points
beat,
a game.
and Oregon can beat Tennessee. Oregon's beat Tennessee before for their to be able to go into the championship game.
Mm-hmm. The one thing
Back
about
in,
Oregon though is
back in 2008, the Ducks. Huh?
yeah. The one thing about Oregon though is they always seem to struggle against like the three
SEC.
like the powerhouses in the SEC
Yeah.
because they're more of a finesse like speed team.
Have you watched any of the Tennessee football games this year?
No, I've watched a few of the Oregon. I've watched every single one, but the one last Saturday because I had to work in the evening. But most Michigan games are on at like 9 a.m. or most of them are at 9 a.m.
Alabama's just playing good. They got one of the best quarterbacks in the whole nation, man. I mean,
Well,
I just
you know why that is because they get a lot of the best recruits.
yeah, but this guy is so fast, man. He put a hurt on Tennessee when they was playing them. They finally got to him in the third and fourth quarter, but he was tired by then. But all the first, second quarter, they couldn't sack him. They couldn't get him. He didn't run enough. I think in Alabama. See, Tennessee fumbled the ball, and Alabama made a touchdown on that fumble, and I thought the game was over. And
well, they scored with like 6 seconds left or something, didn't they?
Quarter, huh?
They scored with like 6 seconds left or something, didn't they?
Yeah, and they played so hard the rest of the fourth quarter that they came back and made the distance it up, and then field goal to go 52-49. So you're looking at 50-point games for Tennessee all year long, and you're looking at a lot of misdirection because the guy has thrown 238 out of 239 passes complete, one interception. Alabama, one interception, 238 completions. I mean, you can't run against them the whole game. You're going to lose.
Yeah.
They're going to be fresh the whole game because they score really fast, and like Alabama used, they still do. Don't get me wrong, Alabama still does, but they just didn't have it for them at the end of the game. And if you'll look at the front line of Tennessee, they're so fast and humongous that they just wore that Alabama offense down at the fourth quarter.
But it all depends on. I think Alabama goes as far as if they play really good. No one can beat them because they get no offense to Tennessee, but they get better recruits than Tennessee does.
Well, Nick Nolte is he's crazy. He's just like Bear Bryant. You can't lose if you even if you have a fumble or an interception or you miss a pass, he chews you out. So you got a tyrant on the sideline in Alabama that does not want to
crap.
He
doesn't settle for.
He's exactly like Bear Bryant was, man. Exactly like Bear Bryant. So he don't settle for losing.
Well, I don't know how many championships Bear Bryant won, but Nick Saban's won like 4 or 5.
Yeah, and Saban's
just with Alabama, he won like 1 or 2 with LSU too.
Yeah, but he's just relentless on those guys, and that's what makes. It's just like I think he's worse than Bear Bryant. To tell you the truth, Bear Bryant had to ease up every now and then, but they still won championships forever. And Tennessee's always had a hard time with Alabama.
But here's one, like because my dad and my brother are Oregon fans. My best friend's whole family, other than one person, because one of my best friend's cousins went to Oregon State, so he's like the only one in the whole family that doesn't like. See, there's that guy again.
I couldn't think of T. Martin's name, man. He was, he didn't do anything in the NFL.
No.
Most
quarterbacks don't do anything in the NFL.
He was he wasn't even the first
come out of college, like 95% of them.
So, but anyway, they did win a championship, and when Peyton Manning did.
But I'll just give you an example like Oregon. Well, Oregon looks really good until they get to the national the time they played in the one time they played in the playoffs, I think, and the other time they played in the national championship game, they look like crap.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the SEC is such a tough group to beat, man.
Well, because they get like Alabama gets 4 and 5 star recruits all the time.
I know, and Tennessee now, and Georgia always does
Georgia
too.
Georgia lost like what was it, like 5 or 6 guys on their defense to
Yeah.
the NFL. They're all drafted, and then
Mhm.
they just reload again.
You just reload up because everybody wants to go
Yeah,
to Georgia.
they got more
Alabama.
4 and 5 star recruits.
You go Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, Clemson, South Carolina. You know, all these. You know, even Texas A&M, Missouri. You know, they haven't done anything in a long time, but they're always a tough team.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'll give you an example of how many teams from SEC are just in the
Arkansas's even. You know, I don't know where they're this year, but they're usually tough.
There's 3 teams in the top 6 from the SEC. Alabama's 6, Georgia's 3, Tennessee's number 1.
So who's Tennessee went to 1, huh?
Yeah, because Tennessee's this is in the college football playoff ranking, not the AP top 25. Because if you go to the AP one, which is the one they've been doing since the start of the season, is Georgia's number 1, Ohio State and Tennessee are tied for number 2 because of how the votes went out and how many votes they got for, and then Michigan's 4. Because see, they go in the AP one, they go by points on how many points there are. So they tied with the same number of points is why they're both tied for second. You know, like Tennessee and Ohio State are tied for second. Michigan's 4 because they got less points.
What they'll do is if Tennessee wins out and beats Georgia, they'll put Tennessee at number 1, and then Ohio State.
Yeah, and then the coaches polls even different. It has Georgia number 1 and Tennessee 3. Yeah. So it's all goofy. But the one you want to go by is the college football playoff ranking.
Yeah,
that's one that really matters. So because that's going to determine the 4 teams who play in the playoff. But then
is Mississippi State? I mean, is Ole Miss still in there?
Ole Miss is 11th.
Okay, so they're still
because what it was when they started the season, they weren't ranked very high.
Mm-hmm.
And then they surprised people. So when they lost, they're like, well, they're already not that high to start out within the season. So then they went down. And what it is too is in college football, it's better to lose early than lose late.
Yeah,
because if you lose like in November, it's going to affect your chances of getting it, especially if you lose like one of your last 2 games. If you're like undefeated and you lose one of your last 2 games, it can really hurt you to get into the playoff ranking because you could be like ranked number 4 and then lose like the conference championship game or the game before that and go, well, we just lost our chance to make it because some teams play really good one of the last 2 games and it's behind you and they get in. Because what it is, if Michigan wins out and then another, or let's say Michigan is playing Ohio State and Michigan looks really good against Ohio State, they beat them by like 4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns, and then the team that lost early in the season, you know, doesn't look, or like a team that loses their last game, and then, you know, like their last game and it's like 2 spots ahead of Michigan. Michigan could possibly jump over them.
Yeah,
it has happened before where the last week of the season a team jumps 2 spots and gets in to the playoffs.
Well, if the Gamecocks was to accidentally, and they play good anyway,
they could
beat Tennessee and then Georgia loses to Tennessee, then you got a Alabama right back in it.
Yeah, and then the other thing is too is Clemson in the college football playoff ranking is ranked 4th. So if Clemson wins out, what's going to happen if Tennessee and like one of the 2, Michigan and Ohio State went out and Clemson wins out? Who are they going to put in? Because if Georgia ends up losing to Tennessee and then Tennessee remains undefeated, and let's say either Ohio State or Michigan's undefeated, and then Clemson stays undefeated, who's going to be the 4th team to go in?
Clemson's not going to go in because they're ACC.
No, TCU's 8-0, but TCU's ranked 7th because they're in a little weaker conference.
Mm-hmm.
So they get screwed out by being in a crappier conference, which is going to hurt them. Even
And
if
that's
they
what-
finish undefeated, a one-loss
That's what I
Alabama or a one-loss Michigan or a one-loss Ohio State will go ahead of them.
That's what'll hurt Clemson too, because they're an ACC.
Yeah, and ACC's a little bit weaker. Yeah,
So they'll drop
and the
Clemson
Big
down.
Ten even a little bit weaker.
They won't be able to play for
There's
anything.
only really two good teams in the Big Ten. That's Michigan and Ohio State. Because Ohio State would give Michigan trouble if Michigan can't control the ball by running it. Because like last year, that's how Michigan beat Ohio State. They put up like 500 and something yards rushing on Ohio State.
If they can keep the ball on the field
Out of the offense's hands of Ohio State.
yeah.
Then that's they got to do it to any team.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with Georgia. If Georgia can keep the ball out of Tennessee's hands,
by running it,
then it might be a lower scoring game, but I don't know, man. Them boys are really hungry up there in Tennessee.
and Georgia won it last year, and they only got like half their players back, to tell you the truth. And they just reload same with like Ohio State. Ohio State loses a lot of players to the NFL, and they just reload again.
Yeah,
because they get a lot of the good recruits from the Midwest, or like half of them from the Midwest.
All right. Well, I've been on here longer than I planned on it, brother. But appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And hey, we'll talk about it after. Let's see, we got a bye week this week. You said.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you follow like college basketball, like Tennessee's basketball team or not.
Yeah.
But I like college basketball too, and it's starting up here in like a couple of weeks. Literally, like college basketball. We start doing the preseason tournaments already. My team Gonzaga.
Used to like the Lady Vols, man. I used to follow the Lady Vols more than I did the Tennessee.
When they had their good coach, they kind of fell off a little bit. Since, well, they had Pat Summitt. She retired, and then of course she passed away. But
the cancer got her. And
when they had her as a coach, she
had a great
was
team.
really good at recruiting and like winning.
They were winning teams, yeah.
He's the second winningest coach in women's college basketball. The winningest coach in college basketball, I think now is isn't it? It's either Oriema or
I don't know.
Krzyzewski, right?
I liked watching the Lady Vols back when she was coach. I haven't watched them since because
she has some players that are in the NBA or WNBA.
Yeah, she would fire them girls up. I mean, she was a good coach.
Yeah, and then like Oriema was like her nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still coaching. He's like in his mid-60s, but he's been coaching for like 40 years or something.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta go, buddy.
Okay, bye. Thanks for having me on the panel. Bye, everybody in chat.
Bye, everybody in chat, and we appreciate you coming by and come by tomorrow night. I'm gonna have probably either a video or another thing on the visa thing for anybody that's interested. You guys have a great night, and I'm gonna end the broadcast right now.